Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Let's get right into it. Today we are restocking some pantry staples. This is my first time doing a big batch at once, but I figured since my toddler was sleeping, I would do as many of them as possible and get this one video out for you guys since I find them so helpful. My favorite thing about this is that I'm using all of the same tools all at the same time. The only thing that you really want to be careful about is cross-contamination. So your flour specifically runs the risk for salmonella, and so making sure that we don't cross-contaminate into other items that we would potentially go into and use raw later on. For example, the cocoa and the milk powder, I use both of those on a regular basis for raw cooking. So I use the cocoa in my ice cream and I use the milk for things like my coffee or tea in the morning. And so I really don't want to be cross-contaminating in those items specifically. The baking powder I never really use unless it's cooked, but still for safe practice and for just regular practice, I like to just try and not contaminate certain items. The salt and the sugar are also two things that I try to be very careful with the contamination, since we do use them in everyday cooking, and again, that doesn't always involve cooking them, so trying to be very mindful of that is key. Now here for the brownies, I had decided that I was going to only make 2 jars of prepped brownie mix, but then I went ahead and found out that I had enough sugar to make a 3rd one, so I just went for it. Brownie mix is never a fail in this house. We add some zucchini to it, shredded zucchini. My cousin had told me to do that. It is amazing. I make cookies out of it, or we just enjoy a regular brownie. Now that we have our ice cream maker, we also have brownies in chocolate ice cream. So brownies are a no-fail. So having 3 of them on hand is perfect for my house. Might I even say beneficial. I actually did a cost comparison, and buying a brownie mix from the store or making my own, there was a significant difference, something like $1.50 difference in savings. And now for biscuit mix, I make biscuit mix all the time. I make it from scratch all the time. I will often add cheddar to my biscuit dough, or I will add garlic powder, parsley, and a little bit of onion powder. I do that a lot. My family really likes that. If you add the cheddar and the garlic, onion, and parsley, that gives you the vibe of Red Lobster biscuits, which we really like. See, I was cutting it close with that flour as well. I will also make sweet biscuits at times where I add 1/3 of a cup of sugar and then berries in my biscuits. Those are really nice. But having them on hand, even though it's only a couple of ingredients, having them prepped ahead of time is so beneficial, because sometimes you have a toddler that's screaming in the background and that just wants to be held. Sometimes you're working one-handed, and if all I need to do is just add water and maybe a few spices, then I'm happy. Now, you guys saw me add milk powder here. I do milk powder instead of adding regular milk to my recipes because I have the milk powder on hand and I just feel like there's no real difference. I go ahead and add 1 cup to 1.25 cups of water, depending on how loose I want my mix, and it works every time. So if you have milk powder on hand, go ahead and use it. Now, please let me know if you guys like this video and if you are going to try any of these mixes. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know down in the comments how you like them. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate every single one of you.